What's on YouTube?
Yo.
Wherever else this is going to be. So this is Zephyr, digimoncg, and welcome to the Applink.
Yes.
So, I don't know where to look at. I'm not really good at looking at cameras.
Just stay at the camera.
Hence why I never do camera face with all my videos.
Exactly.
So yes, welcome to the Applink, our first episode of, hopefully, if we remember to do it, and we're good at doing it.
Yeah.
Our weekly podcast for the channel.
This
So
is going to
if
be.
you've been,
Oh, go on,
yeah.
Joe.
So if you've been a fan, so I just want to go big brief history. If you've been a fan and a subscriber to Zephyr Yu-Gi-Oh, Zephyrwargames, you know we used to have a podcast on there. We got a similar thing going on here, thanks to Dale. He's allowed me to, steal it and use it for here. Because I really enjoy getting people and having good discussions. I thought it was really fun. So I've moved it over here, or added it over here to the channel for Zephyr Digimon. So
Yeah.
the layout is going to be similar as we had over there. Everything is going to be broken up into phases. So right now we are in our unsuspend phase, which is our introduction to all the videos. We're going to have one of that. We're going to have our draw phase, which is going to be our market watch. So we're going to be having this similar process. We're each going to pick our top 3 cards or that we think is either going up in price or down in price, or something to look at for your own personal needs, for your own personal decks, or if you want to make a little buck. From then, we're going to go into our rating phase, where we're going to have our top 3 topics. So we're going to have our a top 3 cards or decks or whatever. We're going to have a little topic going around, and we're going to have our top 3s for them. Then we're going to go into our main phase, which is going to be our main topic of discussion. So we're going to have each episode something to discuss, whether it's a deck, a set, a starter deck, or whatever. We're going to have a little good chat about it for a good few minutes, or as long as we make it.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go into our end phase, which is going to be our questions and answers. So if you guys want to post comments or questions for the future episodes, we will then grab those, and how many we can grab, we will answer those within the video at the end. And then we're going to have a little brief, if we have it already, on what you're going to be expecting in the next episode.
Yeah.
So, you got me, Joe. Hello. Joe Lucenier, if you want to go by my surname, Joe L, as we do have another Joe.
Yes, we do.
And you're seeing here, we've got Billy, Mr. Billy Man, here, dedicated Shine Greymon and Crossheart enthusiast.
Yep, and I also go by Dr. Vaulting. If you guys want to follow me on my Twitch channel, I do mainly Pokemon content on there, but I'm trying to branch out and go into Digimon with Joe, like doing set openings, stuff like that. I'm trying to also just
expand
a
playthrough probably of the new Digimon game when it comes out.
Yes, exactly. New Digimon game, all that kind of jazz. And like Joe said, we're just going to be talking about cards. We're going to probably have some people joining us in the future. It's probably going to just mainly be me and Joe to start off with. We're probably going to have people come in, people come out, just as and when. And we're going to be recording on Sundays, which means it's going to be after our Darksphere locals for the week, which means then we can talk about how that performed maybe in one of our phases, and also see how, if we saw any particular deck being like, oh, that's something to watch out for, or, oh, that's an interesting tech, we can talk about it. So if any of you guys are like, oh, I have this interesting tech, please put it in the comments down below, and we will definitely try and talk about it. So we will start off by drawing.
I think with that intro over.
Yes.
Let's go to our draw phase.
Yeah, let's draw. Let's draw a market card.
Draw card. So we're in the draw phase with our market watch. So we kind of try to base our market watch within the new releases coming out. So we've got kind of our market watch, or at least for mine, it's kind of based around BT21 and the starter decks. What kind of cards I expect some people to play, whether it's I know via the internet or if it's during my locals, from my friends over there, what they're kind of looking at, that kind of thing. So for my number 1, I'm using kind of Card Market at the moment, as I know for my locals and kind of the scenes around that I've been in the Digimon community. Most people do use Card Market for their pricing. So for my first one, I've got EX4 Diamond. So I picked the alt one, the alt art, because we like a little bit of bling. So he is currently sitting around like €5 as of lowest. So
So
I
for the
think if you're going
non,
for
go on.
so if you're going for the Lamio deck, kind of like taking that engine, that core engine, and essentially just taking the boss monster out from that deck for the Owen Dreadnought, and kind of like adding in your own text. I know a friend of mine, a friend of ours, Lewis, he is definitely a big Gaiamon fan, and I know the Gaiamon deck, in terms of its top end, is quite popular within the Dragon King community. So the EX4 one being your main go-getter to start off on most of your plays. The ult, as I said, sitting around like €5 lowest, around €6 average. So you're kind of looking at about like 450, four to £5. I think it's definitely one to pick up now if you're looking into the deck. It's a very good little engine that you can utilize. It's very strong, does a
Yeah,
lot of
and
security checks, and does
and
synergize very well with the deck's concept in terms of trashing security. So
yeah,
my
and
first one is Gaia.
yeah, and definitely looking at its chart, it's definitely fluctuating in price, so it's definitely a card to look out for. If you do want to bling it out, I mean, obviously the regular art will be cheaper, but it
It's just
means
rare.
exactly. So the
Easy.
regular art will be cheaper. So if you do want to improve the artwork, I will say you can obviously. It's roughly about for our English. For the English viewers, it's roughly sitting around about £5-6 for the English viewers, not using euros. So, all right, and for my
That's
first,
my number one. What's your
yes,
number one, really?
right, my number one on Market Watch is a card that I hold dear. As Joe said, I am a Shine Grey player. I'm looking at Shine Grey Ace, Shine Greymon
Ooh.
Burst Mode Ace, which is right now an interesting card to use because it is very aggro. And even the alt art is not very much fluctuate. It was very cheap to start off with, but it has risen in price. Like it is getting very expensive because it is so good for both Marcus Shine Greymon decks and also any yellow control decks because it just calls for a yellow tamer. So it's one of those cards that can be like, oh, this can be a really good tech for my pure yellow deck because I'm playing so many yellow tamers. Like Sakuyamon decks, for example, they pay so many yellow tamers. You could just pop this in and be like, oh, you're swinging. Oh, look, I have nothing. Oh, wait, Burst Mode Ace, minus DP, the Digimon that's attacking. Like, now you can't really do anything. And it's when attacking, because you can do this, swing with it. Oh, look, I'm now going to suspend 2 of my tamers to then give it set +2 because it gets 1 for every tamer you suspend. You can only do it 2, but getting 3 checks in with a
I mean,
15k Digimon, pretty
it's pretty good.
poggers. It's pretty good. The normal artwork is going for around about £5-6 right now. And it unfortunately has got 2 alt arts. One of the regular alt art is probably sitting around about £24-25. I'm seeing what people are selling it for. But then the pure gold artwork is going for around about £170 to £200, which is sucks because it's such a beautiful artwork, the SP. But that's what SPs are for. They're there
That's
to
what
make the money.
that's to enforce you to go to
Yes.
Ultimate Cup.
Yes, exactly.
You need to get like first place to get that one, I think. So it's a bit hard
Um,
to get.
no, this is
Yeah.
the burst mode ace, so that would be it's just the
Oh,
SP.
so that's not an ultimate.
No,
Yeah, that's
so
not the
the
ultimate
burst
cup.
mode,
Yeah,
the one
yeah.
you're
So
talking
this is
about is the
the
regular
lottery
burst mode.
card.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
The lottery card.
All right, that is my first pick for the
Right. So my
market.
number two pick is going to be War Greymon Promo 182. So this is a new card. So it's a new card that's just come out for the card game within Booster Set 21 as a top. I believe it's a box topper. So this is mostly themed around for the adventure decks. So if you're into those
Mm.
2 adventure decks, this is definitely one to look into. As he is one of your top aggressors in terms of your top end within the archetype. But what you can utilize this for is in just War Grey OTK. As he
Mm.
does generally has Sec +1, he does have blocker, so he has a little bit of defensive strategy for your deck. It's another Wargreymon that can evolve for cheap in the deck that has security attack plus. Um, and again, he does get huge. Like he gains 1,000 for every color in your sources.
Oh
I
wow.
think sources, or no, for every tamer.
This Digimon gains 1,000 DP for
Uh,
each Digimon and tamer
oh yeah,
tamers
no. So
here
just
have.
Digimon on the board,
Wow.
he gains an additional 1,000k. So he just makes himself big. Yeah. So it's a very good card. So if you enter any of those two decks, again, Wargrey, OTK, or the Adventure deck, I would probably advise picking up at least one of these.
That's a really interesting
They're
card.
again going for around £5 to £6
Yeah, I'm
um,
saying that.
in terms of UK price. So if you're into those decks, if you're into those strategies, definitely trying to pick yourself a couple of copies of these. As yeah, I don't. If any of those two decks, being Greymon and the Adventure deck, get popular and start performing well, and they're utilizing this card, which most likely they will, yeah, this card's going to go up in price. So as the set's fresh, probably look around your locals, see if anyone has any spares of these. So yeah,
Yeah,
so my number two
100%.
is promo 182 War Greymon.
Yeah, very nice. My second market watch is Analog Youth. Now, it's an
Oh,
interesting choice being Analog Youth
a
because,
classic broken tamer.
um, yes, because we have recently just got a new version of it, which incorporates the ring around the play cost, which means it is built for colorblind players, which is what I love about these new cards. It's no, because you laugh at that, but
You
it's like
love that little bit of
no, I do because it's like it actually
thing that I
includes
made.
people.
It's just like,
But
oh, no, this is what it's
yeah,
for.
exactly. It's the whole point of what it's for. It's like inclusive
It's
to.
also yeah, they designed it to be really nice as well, just because
Mm,
it homages to the first video game. Where
yeah.
in the first video game they had that little clockmon in the top right hand of the corner of the screen to dedicate something, and they kind of like implemented that to the play class as well,
Yeah,
which
I
is pretty
see that as well, yeah.
good.
So it
Yeah,
means that Analog Youth has
the
definitely
artwork's really nice.
dramatically dropped down in price now that because they've been giving them out at regionals and other stuff like that. It is
Yeah,
because it used to be sitting around the £7-8 mark. It has now dropped all the way down
the
to
base
£5.
card,
Yeah, that's the base card, mind you. So it
yeah.
dropping from £7 all the way down to £5 means it's very good for a staple card in a deck for something that can just generically search your cards. And then if you're building up to a stack of a level 5 or higher, if it dies, oh, I suspend it, I can hatch, which means I get something in my breeding area, but then I'll also gain a memory.
Trash decks benefit a lot from it as
Yeah,
well.
exactly.
It just like fills up your trash. I'm playing it in my Digimon deck profile right now, so
Yeah.
it's
I
really good.
I played it when I was playing Fenrir Luger, and it was very
Yeah,
good to build up my trash to get the combo going. So having that
very
card
good.
come down not dramatically, but it's like enough to
It's a
where
lot easier to get, and if you
yeah,
did like this artwork because it first came out as a regional promo card, like
mm,
if you really like this artwork, you know, if you're a really big fan of PS1 Digimon World, and you really want to have this artwork, the fact that it's a box stuffer for BT21 is
exactly.
makes it much easier to get.
And even if you do want to go for the gold version or even the uh, promo version of it, the champion version, well, yeah, the championship version, it's like, but like it, I'm pretty sure it came out as a normal one. It's like rocking around about £10, but then the other artwork, the one you get from going or like to a special event and everything, it's sitting around about the same price at around about £10. So it's like, if you do want to upgrade the art, you just either have to go to the event to pull it, and then that's your free upgrade, and then there'll be other
Yeah,
people there who will be pulling it. So it's like, you don't really need to be spending a huge amount of money. You can probably do trades or whatever. So Analog Youth is definitely a card to be looking out for. That is my second pick for Market
second pick,
Watch.
right? My last one. So with 21 being out, a lot of people are trying to look at decks that 21 supports, and so the last one I picked, which is getting very popular right now, I'm finally seeing around on Facebook,
Oh God.
YouTube, like all these things, and that is Hunters. and their boss monster being Arrestramon Superior Mode from BT12. So you're looking at two artworks here. So you got the base artwork is looking around about €2 lowest in terms of card market pricing. Which for the base art, still nice artwork, very cheap. Very cheap. So, but the alt art is looking around 12. You're looking about €12 average. So again, you're looking about like 10 quid for the alt art and about £1 for the standard art. Hunter Skin again is getting very popular. It's one of the classic decks, classic cross heart kind of like base decks, and it's quite strong actually. The new support actually does support it really well. And so with the boss monster from BT12 being able to bottom source a Digimon on the field under another Digimon or under Tamers, it does help you get over like quite a lot of stuff that has immunity.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're looking to build hunters, you definitely need to place that up there. He is still your base of the deck, even with the new one. So you're looking at those kind of like pricings for that. So my number one is the Superior Mode. If you are Hunters players, go grab it now.
And it has to be one of the few cards that both artworks do look very nice. I mean, obviously the artwork, alt art is going to be nicer, but even the regular art still looks good. It's like you don't need to.
I like the regular art; it's really nice.
Yeah, the alt art was
really nice.
So that is Joe's third market watch.
Yep, my number
Right.
one pick.
And my third market watch isn't so less a card, but it's a group of cards because we just got. Well, I say we just got. I mean, it's a recent card, the Scrambles. Just
We got Scrambles.
Yes, Scrambles are very interesting cards. Like because they play for 2 and they reduce the Digivolution cost by 3 into anything of that color. And then, start of main, but at even start of your turn. Yeah, start of turn, which is, we've got to remember that. Scramble, like, that's one thing we sometimes forget, is that as soon as you draw that card, Scramble can't trigger.
Right, can't do it anymore.
And it allows you to get something from your trash, put it onto the top of your deck, then, if your opponent has no Digimon on the field, you can play a 3 cost or lower? No, 3,000 DP or lower.
A 3,000 or less DP.
Yes.
Very important. Because if you are a Numemon player, you can actually play with Numemons.
Exactly. Because
Numemon is 4.
Chi out at level 4. Which is really powerful cards. For only 2 costs as well, reducing it by 3, and then a following turn setting up board for being able to be like, oh, I've got a big play coming, I need something on board, and I don't. Oh, look, slam. I've got no Digimon, slam it. Like, it's a very powerful card. A lot of people are saying with these cards, in a deck, if you can fit it, a good ratio to have is a 2-2-2 combo of 2 trainings, 2 boosts, and then 2 scrambles, which I find is actually really works well with a lot of decks. Like, if you're able to get a 2-2-2 combo going, like, it's pretty good for most decks. So, and with the new starter decks coming out, we just got 2 new artworks of these Scramble cards. 1 different art in each one, and you get 1 of every color. So if you're buying two of each deck, that's your playset of any Scramble, and then that's simple for you and a mate to like both run a color Scramble if you want to. And they're sitting around about, probably there's like some of them that are worth because they work better in their own decks. So yellow and purple I'm seeing are definitely hovering around the high £1 mark. And the rest of them...
the scrambles dictate usually on like what's the most popular colours of decks being played right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Purple is just always good. They tend to always like to use a scramble too.
Yeah, and even but just the new alt arts and everything, they're sitting around about the £2 mark. But it's definitely like if
so you're getting 1 of each. So red, blue, yellow, green, purple. So 5 colours. Am I missing a colour? I feel like I'm missing a colour.
Red, blue, green, purple,
red, blue, yellow, green,
black,
purple,
5.
Black. Right.
Five
6
colours.
2. So you're looking at
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
about 12. You're looking at 12 quid each. £12 for the whole plate. 1 of each.
Yeah, 6.
A starter deck is worth £12.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like just buy a starter deck.
Buy a starter deck. If you want these alt arts, highly advise this. Well, me personally, I just buy a starter deck.
Yeah, and it's like what they did with the memory boost back in the day. It's like you're buying 2 starter decks to basically make a full deck. So, and if your mate's buying 2 as well, just trade them. There's no harm, no
trade the
foul.
cards you don't use.
Trade the scrambles you don't want for the ones you do want, and if they're not using, that's a perfect swap. So, it's definitely cards to look out for. And if I'm hearing correctly, they also might be in a reprint soon coming down the line. I'm not too sure.
No.
But no?
No, the scrambles aren't. No, we're getting new members. I think you're
Oh, new
for the
members.
LM. New members for the
So,
other draw colours.
but what's nice is that they're not as expensive as the memory boosts, and I believe the trainings were decently expensive. Yet, I understand that they're probably going to go up in price. So I am going to.
With these alt arts, whenever an alt art's locked into a starter deck, they do go up in price.
Yes. Right now, the regular arts are sitting around about £1 each. So if you want to grab the regular arts, I'd say just grab them now. Grab them for a deck. Even grab a playset. Even though you're not going to play 4 of them, you have the ability to. So, and even these alt arts, just grab a starter deck, because then you're also, because the new starter decks is what we're going to talk about in a bit, they have the ability to have money cards in. So we'll be talking about that later. So yeah, that is my third market watch. Definitely just any of the scrambles. So yeah, definitely just something to watch out for.
Yeah.
So I think we've just finished our drawing.
That's it. I think we just drew our cards.
Yes.
So that's our market watch. So to summarize it all, so my market watch was EX4 both standard and alt art. Mostly for the alt art. Promo War Greymon from BT21 and a Restramon Superior mode from BT12.
And my market watch were Shine Grey Burst Mode Ace, both the regular and the alt art, Analog Youth because it's now affordable. Well, I say affordable, like you're able to get a full playset for relatively cheap, and all the scramble cards because they're probably going to be going. The alt arts are going to be going up in price. I'm not too sure about the regulars, but I would say grab them now, grab them with the starter decks just to get into the game. So
I think with that, we can transition to our raising phase.
Yeah, let's.
And our top 3 topics for today. So we are now in our raising phase. So we've stood up and now we've got our top 3 discussion. So our top 3 discussion, again, we're trying to think around, what we're going to be talking about for our main discussion. In our main phase. So our top 3 discussion is top 3 cards from BT21. So to start off with my one, I've gone for Tycoon, BT21, Secret Rare. Very good card. What can I say? If you want to play Adventure or the Hero deck, definitely this is one to look into. The ratios for this card has been fluctuating around in terms of my locals. Some people play it 2, some people play it. One of my friends playing it 3, was going to be playing it 3 for his Adventure deck. And then you have people like me, who don't play it at all. So the card's all over the place, but I think it's a very, very strong card. If you don't know what it does, it is a white mem setter, where you can, during your main phase, bottom deck it, and then you can play it an Adventure or Hero. I believe a Hero trait card from your hand without paying its cost. So it does really well within the Adventure deck. As you get to play your level 5s for essentially free. And then if you combo it with one of the tamers, you get to just have Flash, which is very strong. It does set up a lot of combos. It's a very, very strong card. And I think if you are looking into the Adventure deck, or if you have the Adventure deck, you're really enjoying it, you really want to make it a little bit stronger, definitely grab yourself some copies of these. Currently, I believe it's sitting around around 15 quid.
Yeah, I've got it up right now. It was starting when the set just got released. It was sitting around about £30 for the regular. This is, but it has dropped dramatically down to roughly about £15.
Yeah, so you're looking about 15 to 20.
Well, it is
definitely
a
trying
secret.
to pick yourself a copy of it if you can, because it will definitely improve your deck.
It is a secret rare as well, so if you're going to
try and pull it. It is a secret rare, so if the deck does perform well, it is the first card that's going to go up in price. But yeah, so my first card for our discussion is Tycoon.
Yeah. My first card for the top 3 cards of BT21 is the new and I would say kind of cracked Rise Greymon. Now the reason why, as Joe said, I'm a Shine Grey player, obviously. This card is kind of bonkers. So it is only I'm pretty sure it's an uncommon or a common, so it's
Yes.
not going to be stupid expensive. Yes, there is a
No.
pre-release stamp of it, so you can get it shiny version. But the reason why it is broken is because there is a combo you can do turn 2, turn 3 that can already chip your opponent down to 2 security. And it is so good. I thank Joe for showing me this, and it blew my mind, and hence why we have completely revamped my Shine Grey deck to be like, right, it's aggro build, let's keep it aggro. Let's do it this way.
Let's just
Yes.
focus on this combo.
Yes, because what happens is when Digivolving, you can give something, one of your markers is treated as a 3k Digimon with Russian Alliance. So, it has to see a Marcus on board first. So, and then it can push it up, and then it can, and then you may attack. So if you're passing memory with going into this, you can still attack. You then can swing with the Marcus that allows you to Digivolve. If you don't Digivolve, what's good about this Rise Greymon is that it has its inherent on its face effect as well. So which means if you're not Digivolving, you still have your protection. But if you then are going to Digivolve, you then still have the protection because all Rise Greymons give Marcus's protection of if it does leave the battlefield, put a Marcus on top of your security. And with the Alliance, meaning if you go into Shine Greymon set +1, that gives all Marcuses set +1, and then Alliance with that Shine Greymon, you're doing a 18,000 DP check 3 times. Because you're getting set +1 from the Shine, and then 1 check from itself, and then 1 check from the Alliance. Which is
such a good card.
busted good.
I've been trying to teach one of the girls at locals, Shine Greymon, utilizing this combo. And I was explaining to them, like some of the guys there, it's like worst case scenario, you don't have Shine Greymon. Instead of 10k body doing 2 checks, like turn 2, it really pushes the aggress of the deck. It's actually a very underrated card.
And unlike
I think when it first got revealed, people were like, 2 of maybe.
No. Nah, 4.
4 of this.
Basically, it changes your ratios from you play 4 of the old Rise Greys that just plays a new Marcus, and 4 of this one because it's good. Like,
it's so good.
Because
definitely underrated. I think it's very
another combo I've found out is that if you are swinging with
what you can do as well, if you don't have Shine, you can drop one of the old Rise and play a Rise X. Because then, if you don't have Shine, you can go Marcus, tap, evolve Rise into Rise X.
Yeah.
Rise X gives himself a DP buff. So you're actually making your Alliance check even stronger.
Yeah, 100%.
And then you're also
and also if they have a solid target on board, you're also doing minus DP.
Another tamer as well.
Yeah, you're also then doing a minus on the board. But something else I figured out is that you can swing with Marcus, go into this, then you can give that Marcus that is swinging a Russian Alliance because you can still do that. It just gains the Russian Alliance, which means then you can just you're swinging, or make a separate Marcus of Russian Alliance with itself, and then you can Digivolve again.
Because it's pretty good. It's very strong.
A very... but I think it's going to be a force to be reckoned with in Shine Greymon. It's definitely the power that Rise Greymon isn't sorely lacking, but it's definitely some aggro.
It's the simple aggression that I think Shine was missing.
Like turn 2, turn 3.
To do multiple checks in Shine, you had to get to level 6, whereas now you can do it from level 5.
Yeah,
which is... I think is very underrated. It's something that's not a lot of people are looking at.
So that is my first card of the top cards of BT21.
Alright, my second one is Digimon.
Oh, dog.
I slept on this deck. Believe it or not.
Oh, dear God.
As much as I love my little boy Gil and his Dark Evo line, Digimon, I really slept on it. one of our friends, Alex, they posted a picture to me on someone's like fan made tier list, and they had like Digimon like tier A. And we were chatting about it, and we're like, it's just this Megidra mill. It's just like it's not that great. Like Megidra mill's like nah, at best. Like I don't think it's going to be tier 1. Like so. So then I was like, okay, cool. Some of our friends are building the Megidra deck.
Mm.
And I was like, you know what? I like this card. Let's build it. Let's put it together. So I did a little world in Japan. I'm like, it can't be that great. Took it to our locals area. We had a starter deck going on, so we weren't doing actual locals. But I did a good few practice games in the mirror match and everything like that.
Oh, it's slapping. It's slapping.
So good.
Yeah.
It's slapping. It's so strong.
Oh, really?
So Megidra, if you don't know what this card does, it's from new card from BD21. It's just a rare. It's crazy. It's just a rare. I love Digimon for this.
Oh my
like
God.
some of the best cards, like commons and rares. It's great.
Yeah, like
So
I just
it
saw.
evolves for 5 on purples and reds, but 4 on a ground war Growlmon name. So
Actually,
it has
just
second plus
Growlmon.
1 native.
It's
Just
just.
Growlmon name. Is it?
Yeah, it's just. Oh, level
Oh, okay,
5
cool.
with Growlmon in name.
Yeah, level 5 Growlmon name. Ooh, we got another one in
Ooh.
chat. So we've got. So I'll quickly run over my Megidra. So Megidramon, sec plus 1, and at end of attack, it just nukes the whole field. Like literally every Digimon, it just deletes it. From there, on delete, you then get to play a play cost free Digimon from your trash without paying costs. For every 10 in both players' trashes, you add 2 to the play cost maximum you can play from this card. So the bare minimum is playing a level 3. From there, if you have 10 cards, you can play like funny things. Like you can play War Growlmon Ace because he's a play cost 5.
Oh wow.
But yeah, it just sets up so much advantage for your deck. Spawns the back of free body, nukes the entire field, does aggressive checks. This card is so strong. It really changes how the Megidramon deck can play. A friend of mine was playing it as a purist build, just owning Megidra. Mine is a more Gallant family build, just playing like Gallantmon, Medieval Gallant, Gallant X, old BT5 Megidramon. You know, like I'll be talking about that maybe in the future episodes. So good. But yeah. My second pick is Megidramon. I think this card's really slept on. The deck's very slept on, so
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a solid contender.
Oh yeah, being able to just play something back and then increase the play cost
Nuke the
is
field as well.
exactly.
Like,
It's
cool,
just
just
like,
delete everything.
okay,
Alright,
yeah, I'm killing myself, but
yay.
I'm bringing you down with me. So that's an
It's
interesting
strong.
second choice. My second choice of top 3 cards from BT21 is one of the new mechanics that there's been added to the game, Applink, which I'm chosen the tamer Haru because applinking is kinda interesting right now. It's in an area where it's like it's still very new to the game to where it needs some support, but we're definitely 100% getting down the line. We're getting new support, so having a tamer very early, memory set, and then whenever you applink, you can suspend it, draw 1, and then app fuse is kind of good because you can even do that once the memory has passed if you link and then pass the memory, so you can still get up your board, be able to do stuff when you're linking and everything. I think it's a very good tamer to start off with. Obviously, it's the protagonist, he's the main one, so of course it was going to be the first one they add. But getting a memory setter this early was, perfect. It's what the deck needs. It needs you to have free so that you can do some stuff and then be like, oh, okay, I'm now gonna constantly be fusing.
Yeah, no, I think they did really well. The fact that the first tamer for the app deck is both generic and as a mem setter, I think that's like really solid, and it's a rare as well. Yeah, I think it's really good.
Yeah.
Um,
So
my
that's
number
my
one pick.
second. So that's my second choice.
Yeah, my number one pick. If you guys are a fan of the channel, it has to be related to my boy Gamma, and it had to be Strongest of Brothers.
Oh,
This card, Strongest of Brothers, is the best thing they gave Gamamon.
Oh, I've
Like,
seen Joe use this card.
abs-
It is ridiculous.
absolutely cracked. Absolutely insane. Um, yeah, so if you don't know, it's a free cost option card. You can play it as long as you have a Gamma text in play, ignoring its color requirements. It's a mem boost, kind of. Look at top three. Get to add any card with Gamma and text to your hand, and then place it into the battle area.
Oh, place him in the
It's
battle area.
Yeah, place it into
That's
the battle area.
dumb.
Then, all turns, when any of your Digimon gain an evolution source, you can crack the option by delay, put it into the trash, and then you can evolve one of your Digimon into a Gamma text for no cost. So you can just do this on your turn, like you're doing this during your main. Your heroes trigger this. The new Gulus Gamamon triggers it because it pops itself on card under.
That's
The new
dumb.
Canovice triggers it because it also pops itself under. Like pops something under. Like there's so
Effectively
many
turns
things.
everything into all your level 3s turn into warp.
Like anything
So
evolves
dumb.
further. Like essentially. But the fact that it's an all turns effect means that your two ace cards, being Regulus Ace and Serious Ace, they both also tuck something underneath.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So you can just ace into one of these guys, tuck something, resolve the effect, nuke something, spawn something, do whatever.
Yeah.
And then proc the brothers and evolve again.
Yeah, because it's not a once per turn.
Like,
So, which is
and then
ridiculous.
You use their Digivolving effect and tuck and pop another thing. So, like,
yeah, 100%.
The things I've managed to do with this just makes my opponents laugh, myself laugh, and like some of the other friends who want to play Gamma watch me do this, and they're like, "Oh my god, this is cracked." Like, I have this on field sometimes, and I'm hard dropping a Serious Ace, tucking a Arcturus underneath, deleting something, and then going to Proxima for nothing. It's like I paid 7, evolved into level 7.
Oh, Jesus. That's
It's so strong.
I've seen it been played. It is a ridiculous card. Are you playing 4 of it, I'm guessing? 100%. 100% 4 of. So, yeah. And it
this
not being a once per...
going below 3 copies.
Yeah. And
like,
it not being a once per turn, ridiculous.
If you have multiple copies, you can just
literally. That is an insane card.
But strongest of brothers, like if you're playing Gamma strategy, like you have to play this card. Like it's so strong. Again, they made it a common.
Oh yeah.
A common card. You don't even need to be a Gamma text at the beginning. So like if you're playing Gamma Links and you want to toss this card in, so cool, hero, tuck something underneath Volcanic Dramon, proc the brothers, evolve into Proxima. Like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Wasn't even a Gamma card at the beginning. Yeah. My number one pick is Strongest of Brothers.
Yeah,
like,
and it's just so insane. You could turn 1, Digivolve in the back for 0 draw, and then play this for 3. You've already set up on board, like
Next
very
turn,
easily.
Underneath, go.
Exactly. Like you don't even need to think about it. Like it's such a good setup card for Gamma alone. But it's just for Gamamon though, yes.
It's just for Gamamon.
Yeah, so it is a very niche card.
Yeah. The thing you're evolving into has to be a Gamma,
but
the thing you started off with doesn't have to be. It's so strong.
Means you can take some bottom top in, some different lower end in if you want to. So
the other stipulations that card you're putting in has to be a Gamma text card.
Ah, okay.
So I don't think you can proc this off things like X Antibody or
that would be kind of broken if you could.
The Legend Arms cards. I don't think they can proc it.
Ah, okay.
But yeah, so you have to have like a little engine going on. But like, if you can make it work, like, there's ways to make it work.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh no, I'm wrong.
Oh, what? Really?
Anything? Yeah, X Antibody can trigger this.
Oh wow.
When effect places Digivolution cards under one of your Digimon delay. Cool. Yeah.
Oh no, that's not
play
good.
X Antibody, tuck it underneath your
Proc.
Gamma card, and just go
off. Oh, I can just see the cogs turning in your head. Oh, how do I put X Anti in my deck? Or even Proto Form. Like I think Proto Form.
Well, I could tech this in like a Greymon strategy.
Yeah, probably actually.
Just put a serious one in the Greymon deck. Well, okay, cool. There you go.
That'd be very funny if you could do that.
Jokes aside, Strongest of Others. So
yeah,
that's my number one pick from 21.
Yeah, so number 1, yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
And my last card, I think it would be my number 1 pick. Or, well, Rise Grey would be my number 1. So my third card choice from BT21 is another app card, Globemon. This card in pre-release slapped. Like, I'm talking about
This card in its
pre-release.
own deck.
Slaps.
Snaps.
Yes, even more so because of its effect. What it does is so ridiculous. So when digivolving, you can link a level 4 or lower from your sources or your hand under it, which means you're already going above its 10k. So that means you're linking Time Mons, Scope Mons, Watch Mons, any of your level 4 or lower app links, app Mons, and then you link them, and then they're when linking triggers, which is already bonkers. But then his own effect triggers, because when you link, his other your turn effect is that when you do link, you delete a Digimon with less than or equal DP to this Digimon. So minimum, you're deleting a 12k. Brother, what? It is so good. Like,
he is the boss of the deck.
Oh,
like,
if you don't want to run level 6s in your deck, you easily just go pure Globemon top end, and then you can tech some other stuff in.
Mine is.
Exactly.
Globemon's my boss. Like,
Exactly. And
so
he's got set +1, which is insane as it is, just set +1
Arts off
regularly.
at 10. Okay.
Yeah. And his app fusion is Dogachi and Timemon, which means if you've done this all in one turn, you've linked Timemon onto Dogachi for 2, you've de-digivolved something because that's his when linking effect, then you app fuse into here. Oh, I'm going to then relink Timemon to not only de-digivolve a second time, but then delete something off board.
Yeah, like you can get rid of things above 12.
Exactly.
Like, it's so good.
So
It's
easily.
Such a strong card.
It's insane. But,
Yeah.
and then his own when linking effect is delete one of your opponent's Digimon with less than or equal DP to this Digimon. So if you're linking it onto the level 6, you're deleting like a 21k Digimon, which is you're deleting any level 7 in the game. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Which means
So-
you can get rid of anything that you might be worried about to like be an ace target or something like that. You can easily get rid of stuff that were like, right, I've seen him add this level ace to the hand, he's got the lower level on board, bang, you're dead, I'm not worried no more. I'm doing 2 checks into your security, and if you add Calendarmon onto it, you're then minusing DP onto their security. Yes, you can only have one at a time, but Calendarmon I would say is the best one because it always activates, because it's not a when linking, it's a your turn effect. So it's even
the
better.
lingering effects. Really,
Yeah.
very good.
So being
Yeah,
12k
definitely.
into it is like insane. So that's my final pick. I think it's pretty good for app. So
Red and yellow as well. You can branch into some really strong mega aces if you don't want to get Gaiamon.
Exactly.
Rare. Like you can put your 2 level 5s are purple, blacks, and yellows. So you can put like Shadow Slap in your deck.
Oh yeah, that would be broken.
Extra ace. Like it's such Globemon's so good.
Yeah, and right now it's just sitting at
It's
a
like
very
the main
good.
reason I wanted to build the app deck is just Globemon.
Oh yeah. Once we saw this card, I was like, Appmon 100%. And right now it's an SR and it's sitting around about £1-2 for its regular artwork, which is very good.
The most I paid for one is 5, and I'll happy pay 5 for a card. That's like the ace of my deck.
That is
cool.
set +1 and can delete something with as much as or less DP as it. So it's like insane. So that's my fun. So my 3 cards from BT1 were the new Rise Greymon, that Rush Alliance.
Firstly, before we get into that, if you can, we've got another one in the channel.
Oh yes, we do.
Other Joe,
right there,
the creator of my Digimon deck stats. So, if you can, say hi, Joe.
Hello. Yeah, I've got a quick minute, but I'll have to pop off again.
Yeah.
So, Joe.
So you guys doing top 3 BT21 cards? Is that the theme?
We are right now in our racing phase.
It could be meta, it could be whatever you want. What's your top 3?
Alright. Top 3. Number 3 slot, the new Magnamon. Unsuspend, DP minus, why not? Number 2 slot, the new Lydramon. Suspend something, piercing over, ridiculous.
He's definitely an Armor Form player.
Can you guess what my number 1 slot is going to be?
I think I can kind of guess.
Is it Davis Motomia?
Oh,
yes, it is.
I was going to go for the option card, but I mean,
the option card is a close second to Davis.
Yeah.
To be completely honest. But yeah, Davis is. If I had to pick just one of the two, Davis all day long. That guy's ridiculous.
All those cards.
And it was even better before I realized that Magna X wasn't an armor form. You know, back when I thought I could just be
I
Evo
don't know why he's
Magna.
not.
It was funny. It was great. Wild testing before the set came out when I was just insanely cheating with it and
Oh my
de-digivolving my own Magna X to go into another one for game.
Oh.
It was great. Aren't we glad that Bandai actually printed the cards correctly? That's good.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Well,
I was sad when I realized I couldn't do that,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
it does make sense. It was for the best.
Yeah.
100%. No, they're all amazing. Again, we've all been playtesting against Joe's Magna and Armor Rush, Magna X, Turbo, like all those variants are so strong with these new cards. Like,
They are crazy. I love them.
The fact that they took the first Magnum on, it was just like, this card's good. Why don't we just do it again?
Let's just print
Exactly.
the exact same card, almost the exact same way. We're just gonna change like 3 words
We're just gonna
to make it DP minus instead of DP increase. I actually, we should do a comparison on the card text, like how like identical actually is it? Because I imagine it's only like a few words off, because they do like the exact same thing.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, they did invert the colors though. This one is like yellow red, whereas the other one was yellow blue. Sorry, and then the other one was like blue yellow. So they did that whole like thing where they swapped the
These two
swapped his
cards are
base
very
color around.
identical. Let's swap the colors around. Now it's less identical.
But it's kind of like thematically, it's kind of cool because then they work like a mirror image of each other, right? Like one's going into the negatives, one's going into the positives, and then they're like mirrored along like a color axis. It's quite good.
It would be
I like
very
it. I
interesting
love
if
it.
they like made the card arts like actually worked it next to each other, but it's like
Or what, like if they faced opposite directions and
Yeah,
like looked at each other.
Yeah.
like imagine like they
That would've been
just
even better.
flipped. It would be very funny if they did something like that. Well, apparently
I think they've got it so that they look in the same direction, but maybe they look in opposite directions.
Maybe.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've got to blitz off now. But
Thank you, Joe, for joining us.
Thanks for joining us,
good seeing you
Joe.
guys. I've been enjoying listening in the meantime. But
All right.
Catch you
I look forward
later.
to seeing it when it's uploaded. Alright.
Yeah.
Oh,
See you in a
yes.
All right. That was,
And that was
Joe.
Joe. Thank you
Our
for joining in
yes.
on that.
the chess Joe, as we sometimes call him.
Our chess Joe, yes.
Yeah.
If you know him from
All of his
Chess
local
Joe.
fans out there, we've now just like he is part of Zephyr. So
We're definitely looking to getting a chess discussion here on the podcast in future episodes.
Oh, 100%.
Stay tuned for that. But yes, that was all of our 9 top 3s.
yeah,
Surprise extra 3.
yeah.
So I think we should hop into our main phase
Oh yeah, let's
and our
go
main
to the
deck
main.
topic of discussion.
Mm.
When you have to face a fight, be strong, give it all your might.
Welcome to the main phase. We can now do everything that we want, and what it is
Yeah.
we're going to be doing is talking about starter deck 20 and 21 and booster set 21. The first of the unification.
Yeah, unified.
Where no longer Japan is ahead of us. Other than
Yes,
those few
finally.
locals that seem to be laying proxies or whatever. But yes, so we are finally caught up. If you've been living under a rock and didn't know anything about this going on. So before, as with most things in the world, Japan used to be ahead of us for UK and America and other countries. But now, with Booster Set 21 and Starter decks, we have fully caught up with Japan. And now every set is going to be released globally at the same time.
Yes, which is really good.
So-
Means that Japan hasn't. We don't get like any sort of help from Japan because in the past we've been looking at what Japan's
It
been
makes
playing.
it interesting.
Yes, it means
Definitely.
that like
It's actually
going
really cool to
into like
see people be like, I don't know what's the best.
exactly.
Like,
It
I don't
means
know how to
going
build
into
this
the
deck.
regionals coming up and everything, that everyone is on the same playing field. There's not like people coming over from Japan like, oh, I've already been playing this for like 2 months and I know what's
Yeah,
good.
we haven't had Japan just essentially set the meta for everyone. It's just like it's
It's
all
not
going to
like-
be very interesting
Yeah.
to see like what's gonna be what is gonna be best deck. You know, like we're still different formats in a sense. We're still best of 3 and there's still best of 1. So even though we're just releasing at the same time, we like what to them could be tier 1 to us could be like tier 3. It's
Yeah.
like, you know, it's going to be very, very interesting to see what stays on top, whether it's the same for both or different for both.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But yes, so 21 and the starter decks, introducing the new adventure mechanic, introducing the new Appmon mechanic, and then everything else in between.
Yes.
So
I think
I
we
think we
should
should,
start
like,
with
like,
BT21.
what do you think? What's your most hyped thing?
I would
Like,
say BT21 because adds new support to multiple decks like Shine, Magna, and also the new hero stuff, new cross stuff as well. There's like some new Shoutmon, King version, Omni, Shoutmon DX. We got a new Taiki, which is pretty interesting.
it's so good.
Oh, he looks very good.
Like
He's
he's
not in one of my.
so good.
He wasn't in my top 3 because, to be honest, like I haven't really had the chance to look at him because us lot at our our locals and everything have been really because we got our store regionals in next month. We've been kind of practicing for that, so I've been prioritizing Shrine Greymon. So I have had a chance to look into it. It looks very interesting, I have to admit. It looks very interesting, the new cross stuff. But to be honest, I'm more excited for the new Shine stuff and even more ecstatic for the new Atmon stuff, which is so good and just so interesting how they finally added it into the game, and it's like really good. It's really
Yeah,
fun, that deck.
they've done it really well. Like,
Mm.
it's very nice. It's been very nice to see how Applemon just coming into the card game, like a completely different franchise part of Bandai. I was about to say Konami.
Yeah, it's not Konami.
Bandai.
There you go.
We're not Yu-Gi-Ohs. Yeah, it's been very interesting to see just Bandai adding App to the card game has really opened the player base and even the non-player base to like, well, is Appmon actually good? And like a lot of people have now like starting to watch the show, trying to understand what Appmon are, how they integrate within the Digimon universe.
Yeah.
But
Like
yeah,
the
no, it's
linking,
been really,
the whole new linking mechanic is
yeah,
really
like it's just been
interesting.
very interesting. Like if it weren't for Appmon to come into the card game, I don't think I would have started watching the show.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
I've just kept like saying, oh, I'll get to it, I'll get to it, get to it.
same.
It's like, you know, Appmon's now coming to my card game now. I gotta now actually
Gotta watch it.
It's good. Like I'm really enjoying it. And I'm really enjoying it in the cards. Like the cards are actually really nice. They're very toolboxy, as well as also being very on brand to themselves. You know, like it's weird. They're both enclosed and open.
Yeah.
Like what's going on?
It's because it's like you could like
It's very nice. It's very customizable on what you can do.
yeah.
The fact that they're also integrating them to other Digimon families, like the Free Musket cards.
Yeah, like they've
Like,
added. There was
I've heard
the
some people saying like they're great. Some people are saying that it's like its own different
there was two
strategy.
cards that
And
really
I
focus
saw,
on. Go on.
I saw locals that did really well. Free Muskets utilizing the Appmon engine, and I think it's really cool.
Yeah, there's two cards that they added that are relative to the Three Musketeers, which is scope. 3 cards was it?
That's 3, 4, and 5.
Oh yeah, it was. So it's the
You got Shootmon.
Shootmon,
level
Scopemon,
3,
and then the
Satellite
Satellite Mon, which is the level 5. And the stuff they've added for Atmon is a really good mix of stuff. Like boiling it down to it, you've got level 3 that searches, a level 3 that plays out your tamers, a level.
They ticked all the things. Like, what does a
Literally,
deck need
you've got
to be good?
Search.
This, and this. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Done.
You've got search. You've got
Okay.
playing your tamers decently well. You've got security Digimon that just play themselves after security here. Calendarmon, which is kind of alright.
Got a
Then
rookie search and an option search.
and yeah.
Like, bruh.
Well, the option trashes
Other decks
afterwards.
don't get this.
The
got
difference
all of
between
it.
the two difference between the searches is that Navimon searches and then puts it to the bottom of the deck. Applink searches and then trashes the rest. So it sets up your trash for Scopemon
got
and
everything.
Gossipmon, which Gossipmon returns stuff back to your hand. So yeah, it's literally given app the ability of being like, right, out of the gate, I'm coming with everything. And then later down the line, I could be like, right, this is what I need, this is what I don't
Got a new
need.
boss monster now, and you're gonna get more
New app,
tamers, that kind of
yeah,
thing.
we're gonna get the new app
They
drivers.
really set the ground for it really well. They really want app to be good.
Yeah.
If and I think it will. I think it will. It might be slow to start off with, but I think as more people pick it up, I think
And what's
more
really
people.
nice is that
I think it'll do well. It's definitely a good local stack.
oh yeah, 100%. I've
At
also
the very
seen
least, I think it's gonna be a very good local stack.
yeah, it'll probably do well, to be honest. Like with how people are running it and everything, it's gonna be interesting to see how people do it. But also, like, oh, how can I explain? I've reread some of the cards and it's like, oh, this could be really good. It's like turn 2, if you have a Gatchamon on the back and you did a search with Navi, you raise up the Gacha, and the linking, you don't have to just do it from hand. You can do it from field as well.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh,
Yeah,
link
it's
the
very
Navi.
flexible. Like if your searcher survives, then okay, cool.
Link the Navi off, then Gachi plays a hero, then app fuse into Dogachi, and then if you want to, you could probably go up to Globemon if you have time and Globe in hand.
Draw from the egg.
Then
Applink, draw.
Digivolve because of time.
Cross
then
again.
go into Globe. Oh, relink up. It's very broken.
It can
Some
be
stuff
very
you can
quick
do.
if you get the right cards. Yeah, like app's really good.
I do have
Adventure,
to admit though that it could use a little bit more search. It's only got 2 search cards right now. Technically,
oh no,
it's got some draw
no.
engine. It has got draw engine in there with
people just put Garnet members in the deck.
Exactly, you can add more into it, so it'll be
I saw a build. It does just they just tech 2 Garnets, 2 Garnet boosts. Your main important the reason that your main important cards are red and blacks. Like
yeah, I can see that.
if you don't hit your yellows, your mono yellows. Oh no, I don't hit Calendarmon.
And you want it to be
I hit
secure
time
anyway.
and I hit time Globe.
You hit your level
Batsy,
6. Yeah.
Like Callus, like you hit all of them. You even hit your 6 if you really need it.
Yeah, if you really need it in hand, like you're like, oh, I can go into it.
To make it live, you just need to evolve the egg into Gatch.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. It's alright. Or just play a Hardu.
Yeah.
He's a
So
red.
definitely 100% Appmon is something to be looking out for in the future of like what support it gets.
Definitely.
New support for Shine is very interesting. We got a Warpagu finally. Yes.
Yep.
Finally,
as we
got
mentioned
Agumon.
earlier, tools for other decks.
Yep.
Shine's got so much better.
We got a new Koru. We got a whole new line for Shine.
We got our bias decks. We got Gamma and Shine. They're both doing very well in terms of the support. You
Yep.
got Joe with Magna. Like
Yep, he got some very valuable support.
But like other decks, I think as well.
Arrestramon.
Gallant's doing very well. McGee, Hunters.
Yeah.
Like you got who else?
Galacticmon.
Oh,
Ooh.
Galactic.
Yeah, that you forgot about that, didn't you? The Galacticmon and its new option
Galactic
bomb.
is so good. Like the rogue decks. The rogue decks are coming out of the woodwork. This set. Really
And then we
good.
also got basically a brand new deck, the Hero deck that you
the hero deck.
play.
Very fun. Very fun. It needs more. It honestly.
What would you say it would need? Like search.
It needs a searcher rookie. It's got 2 draw rookies, which is nice, but like none of the deck really plays from trash.
Fair.
So it's just like I'm trashing cards to draw 2. I net 0 in card advantage. So if you're playing 1, you're trashing 1 and you're drawing 2. So
is there no memory boost you could play, like a red color? Or...
You can play reds. Most of the deck is red.
Is there a secondary color in there that you could play, like go off the special memory boost?
Purple.
Or no? Oh, so it's red purple again.
Stuff's purple.
Fair enough.
I mean, 2 cards being yellow. The Shoutmon line. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It needs a rookie searcher. They needed. If they made it so that the adventure deck, the searcher was Agumon and not Biomon, They could have then made Agumon that had an adventure and hero trait.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I don't know why they made both Gumdramon and Gyomon a trash 1-draw 2. Why didn't they make Gumdramon search or Gyomon search?
You never know. It's a new. It's a, yeah.
Hopefully, I do want them to do more.
Yeah.
Honestly,
It's a new like we've said. It's a new. It's a new set. It's like
brand new.
It's brand new hero stuff. So it's like it's most likely gonna get support. Like
honestly, what they're doing is like 10 sets behind. So like this BT21 is basically BT12 2.0. So no, BT12 did the adventure. They did the hero theming.
Yes.
But they didn't actually have the hero trait. So if they did this in BT12, then all of this stuff would have been great because it's supporting before.
Oh, imagine! Oh my god! I just thought Shine Grey Hero if they did this as BT12. Oh, that could be dangerous. That could be very dangerous.
Well, the new Shine is a hero trait.
Yeah,
I need to look at Shine deck as like a Greymon deck now.
I've seen. I was playing against someone.
It's basically a Greymon card. It's not a Shine card.
I've been doing some testing on. I've been doing some testing on some of like DCGO and other stuff like that with Shine Greymon, and I went into someone with Hero, and their Shine Greymon just like absolutely wrecked me because it's like, oh, minus TP, do all this bull, and it's like
Sec +1 raid, yay!
Get rid of my board because it's not also when digivolving.
If only there was a Shine card in the archetype that gives piercing.
Oh. Well, there is Marcus.
I've been playing it, but like when playing the hero deck, it's really hard to play the hero deck and not just sit there and go, I'm basically playing nerfed hunters.
Yeah, I mean,
I might as well just play the hunters deck at this point.
Yeah, hunters is
like just take into what's it? Serious Mons. Like basically just doing that.
Well, Hunters just got some more support as well, didn't they?
Hunters, yeah. Well, yeah, that's what part of the hero deck.
Yeah, exactly.
But, there's been some gimmicks that people are like floating around. There's definitely one I want to do. So you can, if you have a blue source in play with the new Tageru, you can tech in Kaiser Nail.
Oh wow!
So what you do is you use Tageru to put in a card with Savinus text underneath itself to draw 1 game, 1 memory.
Ouch.
So you tuck in Quartzmon underneath. And then Tiger's other effects are if you're evolving into a Hunters or Heroes, or if you're evolving to a hero trait or a card with Savinus text,
right,
you can do what the other tamers do basically. Tuck sources from your tamers underneath to reduce its cost by 1. So when you're evolving, you tuck Quartzmon underneath.
I don't like it. No,
and then Kaisernail spit out Quartz. So good.
No.
I haven't tried it yet.
So it works in theory.
It's its own build. Because you have to play like 4 Quartzmons.
Oh,
you need a blue source somewhere. So a lot of people are just playing the new Davis.
That gives you your blue source.
Yeah, so you get like a blue-yellow source.
There you go.
But yeah, and then you like your Kaisernails. But you can
theory.
do lots of funny things.
Yeah.
With the hero deck, but it's not got its identity, I think. Yeah. I think most people have just settled on, you just take the Hunters deck and you just add the new cards in. And calling that the hero deck. But like there hasn't been a lot of builds where just like 90% of the cards in there are hero trait. So hopefully I'll definitely be looking at more when LM comes out and we get the new members, because since a lot of the cards are red purple, the new red purple members is just going to be like, cool, I can search everything in the deck now.
Yeah, that's going to be brilliant.
So that's going to be great.
Yeah.
But with 21 and starter decks.
Yes.
Talk adventure deck.
I have only gone into adventure and it seems absolutely insane. I want to get your opinion on this, Joe, because you were playing at the Start Deck event. I was unfortunately unable to come because of other reasons.
Yeah, so I wasn't playing at it.
Yeah, you were there reffing,
I
but
watched
still.
people play.
And how ridiculous
And
was
then
it?
I watched people deck build afterwards.
Oh dear God.
It's very good. It's very good and it's very cool. Like, I know it sounds very lame, but what I like is that the amount of builds you see people make, it's crazy.
Yeah, because it's
so
one of the
fun.
few
It's
starter
so
decks that you
fun.
can combine both and
It's
be like,
you could have
ooh.
5 people in a room. Like you could have like a 6-man locals. Everyone could be saying, "I'm playing adventure today." You could have 6 different decks.
Oh, insane.
Like honestly, it's so good. It's so cool like that. Like the amount of deck strategies I've been seeing just at the little locals alone. Like Shane was playing the Gatomon in the deck, where it's a security Digimon, and on play when Digimon give 2 opponents Digimon -1 security check.
I saw
Like
that.
just good for good disruption. So he was playing like a more sec con kind of like style. But he's playing that Rumon, so he has like 2 champions that just put themselves out security, and then he's just going hyper aggro with the top end. You had Lewis, who's having a more Skull Greymon control style. You've got Chris, who was playing a more, I think, security control style with the Magna Angemon, that kind of thing. You know, just tossing things, playing security with moving stuff. And then you had Shirag, who was playing a hyper aggro, like, because he asked me to help him out with his, so I kind of like tried to show him the hyper aggro one that I'm playing, where it's Garudamon with Mega Kabuteria doing like 5 checks.
Oh Jesus!
It's like,
wow.
So just those 4 people alone, 4 different decks. Like, it's like similar kind of like play styles, where it's just like 2 aggro, 2 control. But like all utilizing different cards to do it. It's really cool. Like,
oh yeah, 100%. It's like
I'm really excited to see what people do, and the ratios as well. It's like Shane started off with 2 white tamers, and by the end of the day, he's like, "Yeah, I need to get a 3rd tie." It's like because he just needs that extra play to him. Like Lewis is just like, "Yeah, Andrew Woman's good, but I like Skull Greymon."
Well, he's our Dino boy, so of course he has his priorities.
You have Chris, who's also like, "Oh, I need to up my skull ratios. I need to add in more of this." It's just like, and then Shirag's there. It's just like, and we're like, "I want to put Battle NPC in the deck."
Yeah, that would really work.
Like, because all the 5s don't care if you're an adventure trait tamer, you just need to be different colours. And Battle NPC, you can do a funny thing where, like, it's a mem set and it's white. If you tuck the warp rookies underneath, on a future turn, if you have the rush tamer in play, your NPC pop itself, play out the rookie, warp to the 5, warp into the 6, rush.
Yeah, that's like, insane.
It's like, you can spit out Gabu, evolve into metal, swing with metal, metal plays back a 4, the 4 goes into a 5. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's absolutely busted. Like, but it's so interesting. Like, I need to put that in my deck.
Oh, yeah.
It's really cool. I'm looking forward to seeing what more people do adventure. I think we kind of like narrowed it down, at least for us lot, where it's just like, the 3 to 4 is kind of like set in stone almost. So it's like, you kind of want these 8 rookies, you need these 8 champs, and then you need 10 tamers.
Yeah.
We kind of like narrowed it down to that. And then it's like the rest of the deck is your personal preference. It's very
cool. Customizable, as you would say.
It's so customizable. And then you just take the bits and put them in other decks.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like,
so,
like the green stuff goes in plants.
Yeah,
and,
one thing, obviously...
bugs. It's really cool.
You were there, like, just reffing, seeing how people were playing and everything. How do you feel about what they've done with these starter decks, of the ability to only need to buy 2, and then you can meld them any way you want?
So we were like, we want them to do it with the rest of the shows.
Oh, you want them to do that for the rest of the
Yeah.
start decks from now until
Just-
whenever they stop printing.
Yeah. Yeah, well, not even that. We want them to do it with the other programs. So now that we've done Adventure, we want to have an O2 deck.
Ooh. Yeah.
We want to have a Tamers deck. We want to have a Cross deck. We want to have a
Cross. Yes. Yes.
we want to have a Savers deck. We want to have a hybrid deck. Like, we want them to do it with all the other programs. We want them to do program trades.
Yeah.
So we were like, at first we were like, we could have just 2 new Adventure 2 decks. So we can have like a Vmon Imperial deck, and then we have a Vmon Wormmon Imperial deck, and then we have a Hawkmon Armadillo one, that kind of thing. But then I was just like, you could actually just clog them all into one. So you could have an Adventure 02 deck. So we have an Adventure 02 trait. And then you'd have everyone in it. Because there's not that many characters from 02. You have Davis Ken, Cody Yoli, and then you have Kari TK. So you have 6 people. What do they do with these ones? They split 8 into 2, but you could fit 6. You can fit 6.
You can split 6 into
Like,
2,
in my
3
opinion,
in
you can
each.
fit 6. Like, so,
What 3 would you put together? That's the question.
so it would then just be coming down to, so you'd put all of them. I'd put all of them in.
Oh, really?
So you would have a Vmon, you would have a Wormmon, and then you'd have a Hawkmon and Armadillomon. So those are like your 4 rookies. Then you have your XV Sting, and then you can go. So it then all depends whether you want to put the armors in there or the base standard Evos in there. Well, you can make an Adventure 02 deck, I think, with one deck.
Hmm.
And then if you want to do the armors, you put the armors in the main set. Or if
Yeah.
if you put the armors in the starter deck, you put the standard Evos in the main set. And then you've got like future support that you can just toss in the main set, which is really cool.
That would be very interesting.
And I quite like having the idea now of a series integrating with each other. And you have like these hybrid evolution lines, but they all work because all the kids are friends and all the Digimon are friends. So you have like your friendship building up.
Friendship power.
And then your top end is obviously just going to be Dragon mode and Fighter mode.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Because they're the only ones that became Megas. But then you have like 4 Ultimates with Pale, 3 Ultimates actually, which is Pale, which is the 2 DNAs.
Mm-hmm.
So you have Pale, Shaco, and Sylphie at your level 5s. It's just the level 4s really that just like finger around, and you have your Tamers. Just pair them up a bit.
Like you said, if they do it, if they do it smart enough, they could easily just be like what they did with these starter decks. You said that the level 3s and level 4s are like just, and the Tamers are very set in stone. If they do it like that again, that would be brilliant. It's just the level 3s and level 4s are very set in stone. It's the level 5, 6,
Yeah.
and
And then,
top end.
because starter decks always come in pairs, other than that one Beelzemon starter deck.
Yeah.
So you have like your O2, you have your Adventure 2 starter deck, and you have your Tamer starter deck. And your Tamer starter deck would have Guilmon, Venomon, Terriermon, and Monodramon, which then become, Gallantmon. You just pick your level 6.
Yeah,
So
100%.
if you want to have it to be Gallantmon top end, Sukuya top end, or Mega Gargamon top end.
Yeah.
Or, because starter decks used to have 2 Megas in it, these Adventure ones are just the 2 Megas in just 2 separate decks. You can go double Mega again for the Adventure 2 deck. You can have Sakuya and Gargo being the front runners of the starter deck, and you toss Gallantmon in the main set. Because, Gallantmon sells.
Yeah, exactly.
You toss a Gallantmon and start in a main booster set, people are going to run for it. It's like they just are. And that could be really cool. We might actually get a good Mega Gargamon. He's in a starter deck again. And then you have a Sakuramon. Like, both of them are fan favorites. They do really well for starter decks, I think.
Yeah. And you see
then-
people taking an Agumon into a
And then
lot
you
of
do this for
different
the other
stuff.
shows.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
So
imagine
yeah.
imagine a starter deck that comes with a level 7. because that would be your spirits deck. Because Susano is the conjoint of all of them.
Literally, yeah.
Like, it's designed.
For it.
It's designed to do this.
So
You have your hybrid rookies. Or because it's a hybrid deck, you'll probably have less rookies. You'll probably have like Flamemon and the Flamemon and Garurumon one.
yeah,
Strabi, and then you have more tamers because the whole point is that all the hybrid champions are evolving on your tamers.
yeah, you're just going.
And then you
off
have your level 5 ones, and then you have maybe like an Emperor and
burning Greymon.
an Emperor, Emperor Greymon and Magna Guru, and then you have a Susano.
Yeah.
Or you want to, if you don't want to put the 7s in the starter, cool, Susano's in the main set, go grab it.
Exactly. If you need it, go
Grab it from the main set, toss it in your starter deck.
And even just making it rare on SR would be brilliant, and not making it like stupidly hard to get.
Like,
So
I think they've set themselves up for easy starter decks going
you never
into the
know.
future.
That could have been their plan all along as soon as they released these. So
I think they will.
yeah.
And then the very last one, Appmon. Like, if they want to put Appmon last, or, you know, if they're doing it in release
If they make an Appmon starter
last,
deck, oh my god, that's gonna be insane.
it's perfect because you've got 4 tamers.
Yeah, true.
You've got
So-
4 Apply drivers.
Yeah. So
It's like
you
great.
are very much a fan of these new starter decks that are able to meld together and just have fun with, basically. They're
I
built...
love the thematic of these starter decks and
And
what
also-
they're doing to the player base,
So
which is go create.
yeah, literally
creative.
be creative with your decks. So the starter decks themselves, pretty good.
They're very
I
strong.
want to also talk about the extra cards that come into it. Not the scrambles, the potential of the bonker money cards in the decks.
Oh, yeah, so
What
our
is
locals has had one of each.
Oh, have they? I saw someone pull the
Shane
black Agu.
Shane pulled the Agu.
Oh, that was that one.
No,
Who?
let's be specific, actually. Shane's girlfriend pulled the Agu.
No,
So he got
basically
his girlfriend to
Shane
come
pulled
and
it then.
play. And I think he got the Guru starter deck, and she got the Greymon starter deck, and she pulled the Agu. He's like, oh my god! And she's
that
like,
in sleep
stop screaming,
right now.
stop shouting!
Jesus hell.
And I'm like,
She was
ooh.
playing in the
I'm like-
starter deck event.
Yeah, she played.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she played, and Shane coached.
Yeah.
Now and then. And everyone's just like, yeah, I don't care.
Jesus.
I
I know.
It was a crazy moment. I've never actually seen one pulled. So, you know, I could have arguably said, no, I don't believe it. Until now. Now that I've actually seen it
wow.
happen.
I know.
And I think Ben pulled the Gabumon. I'm not sure. I don't think that was yesterday, but I think he pulled it at another day.
So the cards
So
we are
yeah,
talking
he's
about.
pulled the Gabu. So Darksphere has officially pulled one of
So
these.
yeah, the cards we're talking about is that with the starter decks there is a percentageal chance of one of your rookies, or is it one of the top end as well?
It's one of the rookies.
One of the rookies to be
So
a
one of
special.
your 4 Agu and Gabu slots can be replaced with a alt art of Agu and Gabu.
Yes, which looks
The
insanely
chances
beautiful.
of them is similar to pulling a Ghost Rare, which is like 1 in a case.
Yeah, and
Kind of like percentage chance.
yes, and they've also
They're
come out.
very gorgeous.
Yes.
Like in person, they're so...
And the same.
The prices for them are going for around $150 each, but I could see that dropping to 80 lowest.
Probably.
I think over time,
Probably like
over
80,
time.
90.
unless Adventure is tier 1.
Yeah, and
Then
those
it's like,
prices will just go.
They're staying at 150.
Yeah, they're staying. They might even increase if they're that good.
Yeah.
So yeah, the
I
cards we're
think,
talking about, those cards, but also in the BT1 as a mirror, some cards in that set were signed cards, signed by the artist that made
Oh,
them.
the signed cards.
Yes,
We've had
we've had
many of those.
We had Lewis, one of
I
our
think
personal friend.
we're missing 2.
Yeah, so we
And then
had.
Darkspear's pulled all of them.
Yeah, so
At
we've
least one
had
each.
a mate of ours, Lewis, our Dino boy. He pulled the War Greymon illustrate the sign card. He wanted to play it in his this is pre-release. He wanted to play it, but didn't want to play it as well because he didn't want to
I
damage it.
gave him
So we allowed
the old
him.
Wargrey X.
Yeah,
I was like, if you really want to play Wargrey X,
so
yeah, choose this.
we made. Everyone was fine with it. Everyone who was playing pre-release was okay with it. That
same
Lewis
card.
could swap in a different Wargreymon, but it be the same one. But unfortunately, he didn't want to use the signed card because he put it immediately in his sleeve. Put it immediately
we let
in
him
the top
use
loader.
we let him use the
proxy.
original print Wargrey X,
Yeah,
basically.
so
So it's
like-
the same card, it's just different artwork.
Yeah, it literally is. But
We put
because
he put it in the top loader straight away.
yes, he was like
metal
immediately.
case, like that, done.
He didn't want to
We've
damage
had
it.
So we've had Wargrey X pulled, we've had Grace Nova pulled, we've had Safaga pulled. And we've had Agunimon pulled.
That's 4 of
So I think what was the other ones? I don't remember now.
Gaia was an SP.
Gaia still has signed SP though?
I'm pretty sure Gaia had a different
Gaia have
artwork.
a-
He had an alt art and an SP because it was basically the same as his alt art, but he has a red background instead. The one we're talking about
Gaiamon.
is the Appmon level 6 Gaiamon.
Oh, Gaiamon.
Yeah, Gaiamon.
So Gaia, okay, so Gaia might be another SP.
I know he's got an alt art and an SP art, so I don't know if it was a signed card, but
I don't think he's one of the signed ones.
no.
I think he's just, he has a ghost rare.
Yeah.
World
Isn't one the
version.
level 4 blue hybrid?
Yeah, that was a Goonie.
Goonie.
We've had a Goonie pulled.
Yeah. So these cards are exceptionally rare, but insanely good looking. Like, oh my god, are they good?
Oh, they're very
they're
gorgeous.
beautiful,
Like all of them.
beautiful cards.
They're all signed differently as well.
They're
Like,
signed from the guys they're signed by their illustrators.
they're signed from their original creators,
Yeah.
I think. The original
So-
creator of that Digimon has drawn these cards again and signed them.
Mm.
But they're not all signed like signatures. So I think Wargreymon is signed as if like someone's actually signed
Oh wow.
it. But like Safaga just has the artist draw Terramon's head.
Oh wow. So each
So
artist
cute.
basically
Like,
put their own
They're
mark
all
on the
signed
cards.
differently, but they're done by the creators, which
Mm.
is very, very, very sweet.
Yes, it means just
Um,
they're getting the recognition they deserve. Like,
Yeah, it's also like if you're a
Insane.
fan of that artist, like this is like the ultimate collector's item.
Oh,
Like, it's
yeah.
so good.
it's one of the things that you get once and you never sell because you will never want to get rid of it. And then probably like 10 years down the line, you sell and make probably
Right, so I'm
quadruple
on
amount.
the World Digimon page. So we've had Wargrey, we've had Aguni, we've had Safaga, we've had Grace Nova. We've had Beelzemon Blast Mode, that's also been done.
Ooh.
I think Blast Mode was pulled at Dark Sphere.
I know
If
one
it wasn't
person
pulled
who
at
will.
Dark Sphere, it was pulled at Brotherhood, and Zara bought it.
Oh yeah, of course you did.
So now it's owned by Dark Sphere.
Yes. So,
Um,
yeah.
We've had Lanamon pulled yesterday. Chris pulled Lanamon from
Oh,
his winning
Very
pack.
nice. Very nice.
It's very nice. So the only one we're missing is Titamon.
Oh wow.
That's
really?
the only one we're missing. Yeah. Like,
So
that's the only one we need.
yeah, with these cards,
We've
it's
got
just
all
like
of them.
it's basic.
Yeah.
It's very nice artworks. Ghosts.
They're gorgeous.
Yeah, they're very
Absolutely
nice.
gorgeous. I'd hate to try and rarity up my decks for these cards.
Oh Jesus. The
especially Red Hybrid.
It would be shot. It would
You
be
need
like
4
a
of those
cannon
Goonies.
going through your
You
your
need
credit
4
cards.
of them.
Yes. Oh my god.
Like,
Oh.
absolutely nuts.
But
But yeah.
nah, it's gonna be
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. The set's great. Like, honestly, the set's been really fun to mess with.
Mm.
Like, even the promos, like, Gallantmon has been so much fun to play. The new red-yellow Gallantmon has been so fun. Lewis is having a blast with Gaiamon. I faced his Diamond Dragonkin Owen deck. It's really good.
Oh,
It's like I think if narrowed down, I think that deck could be really strong.
Hmm.
Like it does four checks, like,
Wow.
and they're not even like swings. One of them is an actual security check. The others are free or trash. Like,
Oh, no.
just trashing your security, bro.
No. I need
so
my
mad.
security.
It's so crazy. Matt, I know Dale with Zephyrwargames and Zephyr Digimon. He's going to be updating his Mastermon deck with the new Mastermon promo. I know Luke is finished his Dodogonomon deck.
Yeah, that just got bumped as well.
Yeah, new Door promo is really good. And Wargrave promo is great. I think the only meh one, in terms of like, at least with Shane, is the Emperor Grey. Apparently he says it's not that, it's apparently not that good compared to the older ones.
Pretty sure you already...
I've got Wargrey, my Wargrey OTK deck. He's my 5th Wargreymon. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
All these decks are fun.
Yeah, like with Mickey just being able to be caught up with Japan and everything is going to be interesting to see what the top meta is going to be going into the next regionals. The starter decks adventure seems really powerful, and just everything getting some good support before basically the next set of regionals is pretty good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what people stick with from 21, or if it's just going to be like 21's great, but you know the older decks are just still stronger. They're still better. Like everything still has. 21 has to compete with Royal Knights. Like if 21 can't compete with Royal Knights and maybe Sakuya, like I don't see people sticking with these for big events. So like looking at the tamers, like Digimon needs to compete with Royal Knights. I haven't faced into Royal Knights yet with it, so it's gonna be very interesting to see how well that does to it. Red Hybrid needs to compete with Royal Knights. Magnamon needs to compete with Royals. Hunters needs to do it. Gamma needs to do it. Crossheart needs to do it. Shine needs to do it. App needs to do it. Like all these decks, like just looking at the tamers, these are the decks that need to beat Royal Knights.
Yeah.
If they
it's gonna be interesting.
Then you're either not playing the deck, or you hope that in your 10-round event doesn't face you to Royal Knights.
9 to 10 rounds.
It can happen. It can happen.
Yeah, if you get low enough.
Last regionals, I faced 2.
I did pretty poorly last. Yeah, I did pretty poorly last time, and
it can happen. Like,
I didn't
you can
face
just
one.
go into an event and face none.
Yeah,
like you can. Not everyone can fork out £500 for their deck.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Fantai had to put all Knights as secret rares.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure they must have known doing that though that the deck was going to be strong. They must have known.
Well, like, it's like when it first came out, you made 2 of your top ends secret rare, Gallantmon and Omnimon. You can make argument you didn't need Gallantmon, but it's like you need 4 secret rares of the Omni. Your eggs are super. And then you give it support later on, and you don't learn your lesson, and you make the new Omnimon a secret rare.
Yeah,
like...
but they probably maybe knew, because remember, they also might have known.
Well, they know Royal Knights sell. It's like...
Maybe that's why they did it, because...
It's like with Yu-Gi-Oh! I made a waifu card, cool, it sells. It's like...
That's with
they
any
know
card
Royal
game.
Knights. They know Royal Knights sell. People like the archetype. People like the family. Like, so they know people are going to get it.
Right.
Yeah.
That
so
is...
21, we love it. I'm excited. I'm excited to see.
So that's BT21. That's the starter decks. The catch up to Japan. Anything else you want to talk about in our main phase?
I think we can't caught everything up with.
Kind of talk about regionals as well. We did.
Yeah, I mean, all I can really say is, you know, make sure you have bookmarked world.digimoncard.com.
Yes, please do.
And go on the events page now and then. Like, more events are popping up frequently. So
They've just
maybe your
released-
local area has one. I know some stores are getting store regionals. Like, we're getting our first store regional soon.
That sold out in
Yeah.
2 hours. Let's go. Sold out in 2
So-
hours.
Keep. My advice for that is make sure you're using the Bandai app, guys. Like, please.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even for me. It's for you.
Yeah. It's such a good tool to
Keep
just
using the
help you.
Bandai app. Make sure everyone's on it. Make sure everyone's using it consistently. Make sure your rep in store is talking to Bandai, getting your promos, getting your products, and just keep doing it. The more you do it, the more Bandai knows you're there. And if Bandai knows you're there consistently,
The more
then
stuff you can get for
the
your
higher
area.
chance your rep can get you a store regional.
Yeah.
And then if you have a store regional, people will flock to you. And then more representation.
Yeah.
And it's just more. It just benefits you.
Like, this will
It
be the
benefits
first...
you, it benefits your store, and it benefits your player base.
Yeah,
Like, it just does everything.
For our local one,
So really do that.
I'm pretty sure this is the first store regional as well, and we
It's
saw...
our first store regional.
Yeah,
We've
and-
had a Ultimate Cup, I think, before.
Yeah, we've had
Because
Ultimate Cup.
I've been to a big event before.
Hmm.
At Darksphere. I've been to one.
Yeah,
But
I was with... Yeah, I was
we
there
haven't
as well.
had anything big since then. So this is our
And
first big
it
event.
shows how much people want it, because after we got our tickets, they went live on the website, and they sold out within 2 hours.
Yeah, like we did really
2
well.
hours,
Like, we
and I
did
think
really
it was
well.
like 60-something tickets. I know that's not a lot of tickets, but that's...
We had a 64 player base.
Exactly.
And
That
like
sold out.
60 tickets, just like all 64,
Just
went.
Went. Just like...
So, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
keep an eye on the website.
Yeah,
Then
keep
you'll know
going to your
the
local
other-
stores and everything.
Keep an eye on the website. You'll know when the other big events are happening.
Yeah.
And if you want to get your store to a regionals, keep using the app.
Yeah.
Just keep using the Bandai TCG app, because that's how Bandai looks at you.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And we just
And it's
also...
fair.
And
It's fair that they do that.
if possible, like me and Joe have done, we've gone to regionals in our own country. We went to one in Scotland. We've gone to multiple in Scotland now, and they are super fun trips and everything. Obviously, it's not for
Super
everyone
fun.
because not everyone can travel up there, but it's very doable, like very easily doing.
If you go as a group, it's so fun.
Exactly.
It's so fun.
There's-
It's a mini holiday.
Exactly.
It's just
There's
a mini
one
holiday.
not next week after in France. Then the week after that is our store regionals, and then the week after that we're going to Italy, Bologna, because there's a regionals over there, which is going to be really fun. So
Yeah, looking forward to that one.
yeah, and it's
France
just,
is having 2 events.
yes, they've got 2 events coming up in like
Yeah,
June
you've
and
got
July.
one in May and you got one in July. That's
Yeah.
pretty crazy. France is knocking out the park.
Yeah, well, it's also a very
Um,
centralized part of Europe, so it's like kind of easily
Yeah.
accessible.
Yeah,
So-
they got different places that they do.
Yeah, so
But
definitely look at going to those if people want to get more into the
Keep an
competitive
eye
scene.
out.
Yes, and just if you want to go and just because you want to go to a bigger event and just take a deck that you don't really, if you don't really care about where you're going to place, go with a deck you love. Like, it
Go with your
doesn't really
fun deck.
matter. Go with your fun deck. Go with nothing matter. Just have fun at the event. Like, I have seen multiple people go there with Crossheart and other decks that don't really do well at like locals and everything, but because they want to have fun. Like, it's a very inviting game. It's not like, oh, you have to be playing meta in order to even get a turn. No.
There's a video done by YouTube on YouTube, and the title is "Digimon is the best thing for casuals," and it is.
Yeah.
It just is. It's
The
the
amount
best
of
card game
times
for
we've
casuals.
just had fun playing random decks and it just be a fun time to play is multitude. Like,
Yeah.
so that's definitely just something to keep a lookout. Talk to your store, get more people playing. I would say right now is even the kind of a really good time to start playing with the new starter decks, new sets.
If you're getting into the card game, this is the best time.
Yeah,
One of the best times. There's been a few sets that have been really good at supporting new players, but 21 and the starter decks are really good.
Yeah.
You can have a lot of fun. There's a lot of different archetypes you can build upon.
Right.
Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah, I think that is our main phase. I think that's everything we wanted to do.
I think that's pretty much it for our main phase. So yes, 21 great stats, starter decks, great decks, and
Catching
keep
up
an
with
eye on the
Japan.
website for big events.
Yeah, definitely keep your eye out for that. Even if you want to go just like Ultimate,
all good.
even if you want to do
Digimon's
Ultimate
great.
Cups, yeah. Even Ultimate Cups are now more likely on like Discords and everything, so you can even do one.
Yeah, if you're fine with online events.
Yeah, we've got a lot of
I
those.
think that's it for
Alright.
our main phase. I think we now end it all.
Yeah,
in
let's
our
end
end
it.
phase.
Yeah, ending phase. Welcome to the end phase. Oh, I don't know if you want to do that first, actually. Yeah, get rid of all that.
So what's coming up? I don't think.
We basically talked about what's coming up, so I would say just if they have any questions or like stuff they want to ask us or like ask for like community questions. So
yeah, we can keep the next one. Just
short and sweet.
Yeah, short and sweet. Look forward to the next episode where we talk about a new deck. Or, with locals backing it up and running. Stay tuned for deck discussions.
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah. Yep.
All right. And
welcome to the end phase. Sorry, Billy.
Yeah, it's all right.
Welcome to the end phase. So usually, being our first episode, obviously we have no questions to answer. So we hope you guys have lots of questions to answer for us to answer in upcoming episodes. Don't worry. Obviously, we can't. If there's tons of questions, we can't get to every question. But don't worry, we will have someone make a list of all the questions and what episode it appeared in.
Like random
and we will get to your. Yeah, if there's too many, we'll pick random ones and then we'll backlog the questions and what episodes they came in, and we will get to your questions. Don't you worry. So. For this end phase, I just want to say thank you very much. Thank you, Billy, for joining me on this lovely episode 1 of the podcast. And Joe, if you're listening, thank you for joining and chiming in as well with your top 3. It was very fun. And yeah, stay tuned for episode 2.
Yep.
Where we will have, with locals starting up again. At least for us, we'll have top decks to talk about. We'll have lots of decks to talk about. And
and also keep a watch out on the Zephyr Digimon YouTube page for upcoming videos of deck profiles and other.
Stay tuned to all of that. As I can't
other
wait
matches, like just quick matches between fun decks, maybe some
decks, discussions. If I can get my button gear and do those. I know a few people liked when I talked about gamma support and that kind of thing, so maybe I can do that another one for a different deck. Stay tuned for other people. Mr. Volting here, he will be on there as well. I need to get his butt at locals so I can actually record his Applemon and Crossheart deck.
Applemon, Shine,
this man keeps hiding from me. He won't get into the gamma. So stay tuned for that. Do check him out as well on Twitch. He does play currently Pokemon content, but with more Digimon video games coming out, he will be playing those, I'm sure.
100%.
Yeah, so stay tuned for all that. Thank you all very much for watching, listening, wherever this is. However you listen and watch your podcasts. Thank you very much.
All right.
And we will catch you on the next Applink.
Catch you later,
Goodbye.